Motherfuckers didn't give a fuck about that.
They really don't want to get you no flowers. They don't want to take you on no dates.
Oh,
shit. All they want to do is ask you what you doing all day long and tell you lies. Like, I'm over it.
Men who watch a shooting shot at women at the gas station, you have a better opportunity of offering her one of these three things.
Here we go with the stupid ass eyelashes.
Or let me reimburse you for your gas, or hey, let me pay for your gas. And then you proceed to shoot your shot in physical. If you're not doing one of the three and we're standing at the gas station, you might as well get back in your car.
The fuck out of here. Nobody paying for your gas. You crazy.
Drive out to wherever you came from. Like, there's no way in the world I'll be sitting at the gas station. Somebody shooting a shot at me as a woman, and I'm sitting here pumping my own gas. The least you can do is come and pump it.
Yo, if I'm there to get gas myself, and let's say that's my only money that I got left in my pocket to get where I gotta go, and let's say your car is 8-cylinder, you may have a 12-cylinder, you may have a Rolls Royce, I don't know. You think my little funky ass $35 to $60 is gonna pay for a $220 gas? Yo, these fucking girls is bug out, man. You bug outs. Oh, shit.
Like, y'all just be at the gas station talking. Y'all just be at the gas station talking. Like, you get the most love.
First, and then I gotta say this. Did she say? She don't care about your life. She's saying, at least hold my pump. So when the shooting go down, I gotta still hold it when niggas, cause typically gas stations get robbed. So I gotta hold it while you in the store looking cute. Yo, you see why judgment gotta come to America and to this whole world?
I don't care what city when you get the most love when you go to the gas station. You could literally look like absolutely nothing. Body on all that. Trust me, you feeling low, down, girl, go to the gas.
He's not my type. Let me tell you about your type. Your type has historically played you. Your type has historically lied or cheated. Your type has not wanted to commit. So at some point we got to say, maybe the choices that I'm making are poor and I need to make better and different choices. And maybe my type is problematic. And so if I change my type, I'll have a different response. I'll have a different outcome. I implore you, change your type.
Dating a great guy, amazing qualities, but no spark, should I end it? What is the spark that you guys speak of? If a person is a good human being that has...
The spark that she speak of, she wants somebody to argue, to beat on her, choke her. She want to get fucked, dog sling, choked around, tossed around. And when that dick is tied to her, she want to get some new dick to have the same problem. But see, here's the difference of a spiritual man and a worldly man. The spiritual man and the worldly man may have the same physical specimen, right? Organ, two different types of sizes, shapes, whatever, right? Same organ. But the spiritual man will always live a life for the Most High. A worldly man is going to do what he want, right? Because he ain't thinking with his spirit. He thinking with his head down below, not the big head. And now she thinking if she do get with a man that's spiritual, right? She think that he's the same like every other man. There's no difference. There's no difference. Women are not stupid. The spark that you're talking about is the spark that you've been that's the spark from demons that terrorize your life. You basically saying you want to sleep with a demon. Let's say what it is. You want to sleep with a demon. Ain't no real man gonna want to say I want to sleep with a demon. But we get caught up in our flesh because our flesh is weak. This body that we live in is trash. Yahweh Shah knew that. That's why he died on a cross for us, to make it right with us and the Father, to marry us back to the Lord. He was the mediator. He was the lawyer. He's the caregiver. He's the comforter. Come on. So you gonna tell me that a spiritual man and a carnal man is the same to you? There's something mentally destroyed in your mind. Yo, let me go to some scriptures, man. I think that's from how I got it. Matthew 5:28. Matthew 5. Oh, my bad. Matthew 5:28. That's what I wanted. Yep, I got it right here. Matthew 5:28. It says, "But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust, after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart." The reason why Yahweh said that, because you don't know if this woman has already been taken by a man, or sleeping with a man, or multiple men. That's why when you look at a woman, you're supposed to evaluate her spirit. You're supposed to evaluate the way she lives. Is she living in an honorable spiritual way? You know what I'm saying? Talk to the woman and you know her first. You don't, because she has an ass or some tits, or she got some lips or some hips, that doesn't qualify for her to be in your presence or in your life. If she's making a way of life, right, which is of the Most High, and keeping the commandments, and she's not seen anyone, and she's not caught anyone, and she's repented, or she never had any other type of man, or she never had a man, and she's a virgin, and right. But this speaking of those times, because you won't find a lot of women as virgins today. A lot of women are they giving it up. You know what I'm saying? They lose their value, early. That's why Yahweh shall tell us, if you look at these women, you have already committed adultery in your heart, because so if a man thinketh, that's what he is in his heart. I know it's hard to understand that that we don't want to do it, but it's very difficult. You have to see for what it is. You look at it and you be disgusted. Not saying you hate women, you be disgusted because that's all that's offered. There's nothing that she can give to your spirit. A spiritual man like to see or care for a woman who's valuing her time with the Most High. You know, it's very hard for a spiritual man to give up his time to a woman. You got to value that, ladies. You got to honor that. You got to respect that. A spiritual man is not going to go out and do all this wild, crazy shit. He's going to go and do his journey and live his life when he's ready and when the Lord going to have him to do it. And when you meet a woman, if you meet a woman like this, far as like you already starting a journey, an adventurous life and doing all this, she gonna expect you to keep doing the same thing. And once you see a change, she said, "Nah, son ain't right with this dude." That's why when you be with a spiritual man, it's gonna be boring, because he got to be careful and be smart on how he's doing and moving out here. He's not worried about no other woman if he has a woman. It's not that. He has to be very careful of where his spirit dwells at. But you so intertwined of moving, going out, the same thing, the same process, you can't fathom that in your head. But when a man likes you, he tries to take that in consideration. But you women don't, you ain't grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? That's why men have to, men doesn't win anything when, in this society of being married. You don't win anything. And I'm telling you that for experience. I'm telling you that for myself, and I'm married. You know, but a man, let me tell you, the reason why a man keeps a woman that's his main girl is because he saw already from the beginning that she was qualified to bear forth his children. If a man can't see you having his children, he's not gonna make you his. You know, in most cases, a lot of men don't think. They get caught up in the sex and they don't protect themselves, and then the girl get pregnant. We all guilty of that. No man is pregnant. All men are guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. It takes 30 men on this earth to populate the whole world. 30 men. Right? That's the whole population. So that means that it needs more women to bring forth children. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. So to make a long story short, excuse me, Salakia. To make a long story short, don't listen to foolish rhetoric. Don't listen to that. You listen to what Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is telling you. All right? Don't be deceived and be flattered by a woman's words. Don't be deceived by a foolish man. Ladies, you have the ability to change your situation, your problem. But it has to start with yourself. You got to clean up yourself. You got to reflect, and you got to reflect on yourself. The only way you reflect is when a man self-improve. That's the only way you reflect, because if you find out that that man that had not increased or got better past you, you're not gonna self-reflect. But then when you self-reflect after he got better, it's too late. You try to come back, do this and that, but if you don't, who cares? You know, so to take advice, ladies, and listen, and listen to women that's spiritual who gonna tell you right. Listen to men that's spiritual that's gonna tell you right, man. A loyal person in his life is gonna always give their best, gonna do their best, whether they're going through problems on themselves. Cause we all go through problems, but your problem is no special than the next person. It may be more detrimental, but doesn't mean that your problems overweigh somebody else's, because you got to keep embellishing on it, keep talking about it, keep bringing it up. Every person got their own problems. All right? So that's why Yahweh said this, verse 28, but I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart. All right? Let me read more. Right? And if thy right eye offend me, pluck it out and cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should shall perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell, meaning into problematic. So if you go into a situation, immediately cut it off. If it don't mean you well, that's what Yahweh is saying. Don't linger on until a next problem occur. Get rid of it, because it's going to get worse and worse for you. That's what he's saying. Verse 30, and if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off and cast it from thee, for it is probable for thee that one of thy members should perish. See? So you're caving into the devil's domain, into Satan's domain. Cut it off before it gets worse. Trust in the Lord. That's why he's here. You know? Don't put yourself into bullshit. That's what he's saying. Wake up. Don't put yourself through that madness. All right? Verse 31, it has been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. Let's see where he get that from. Excuse me. But before we get to the precept, let me finish reading 32. But I said unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saying, for the cause of fornication causing her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committed adultery, right? Whoever marry her committed adultery. Where the Yahushua get this? Where he get this from? Let's get Deuteronomy, the 24th chapter, the 2nd verse. This is where Yahushua this is where he get the law from Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 24, the 2nd verse, it said, and when he is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. Hold on, let me start the first verse. Sorry. When a man had taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, that means it could be uncleanness, some kind of fornication, some kind of spiritual wickedness, some kind of disobedience. That's where he got to get rid of her. Because he had found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement. That's what Yahushua is saying. And give it in her hand and send her out his house. So you got to get out of my house. You got to get the hell up out of here. You know damn good. Also meaning the house, meaning his temple, his body. You understand? Not also the physical, the spiritual. That's what Yahushua is saying. But, it said verse 2, and when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. Okay, so you're going to be another man's wife, okay? Verse 3, and if the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement, right? And give it in her hand, and sendeth her out his house, or if the latter husband died, which took her to be his wife, verse 4, her former husband, which was you, right, which sent her away, you gave her away already, may not take her again to be his wife, after that she is defiled. There you go. So once the woman is sleeping with another man, or she get rid of you from her, and you cast her away, that's another man's problem. Ain't your problem no more. Let's go more into what it's saying. Let's go to Jeremiah. Let's go another precept. Jeremiah 3:1. They said, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, where did Jeremiah get that from? He got that from the law. All right? From Deuteronomy. Shall he return unto her again? Hell no. Shall not that land be greatly polluted? See, he's saying it. Is it? She's been polluted. Meaning that other man has put his DNA in her. He has, you know, I don't want to get graphic. I got to get graphic. He done busted a nut in her. He nut in her. Did all kind of shit with her. She gave that man head. And what she did with you, the same thing she did with you, she did with him. You know special. Right? But thou has played the harlot with many lovers. You don't play the harlot with many lovers. You know what I'm saying? Yet return against me, said the Lord. So this is also going to the Lord. The Lord said, how can I take you back and you've been sleeping around with many fouls of doctrine? You done committed a spiritual fornication, adultery. You done took on every wind of doctrine. You don't believe in every god and idol. You done cheated on me with different deities. So in his life, a woman only loyal to you based on her loyalty to God. And she disloyal to you, she dishonor you by dishonoring Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. There's an order. Once a woman is in another man's arms or circumference, she has already committed adultery. Regardless of the fact if she even laid down with him, you done committed adultery. You gave that man room to come in to do and sway you in. And most of the time the woman persuaded the man to do it because she said, well, what you doing? She cave in because she's a weak individual. And that man, he may be coming in blind, not understanding, but he's still committing adultery because he don't know even whether he knew the law or not. That's why when it comes to me, I value my time with a woman. I take my time. You know what I'm saying? Any woman that I dealt with who didn't respect that, and she couldn't see what I was doing, she's a fool. Because she's not seeing the good things that I'm doing. You understand? She only going based on, I really like this, I'm gonna be patient. She only think about her flesh. She ain't really thinking about her spirit. 80 89.9, well, 99.9 of women don't care about their spirit. They don't care about what God is saying. They don't care about what Yahweh is saying. They care about what Satan is doing for them. Their God is Satan. That's their God that they worship. They don't know that when an angel is protecting you, it's because they see you doing the work of the Lord. They all around you. When a woman doing evil, or there's an evil spirit around her, you got an evil demon on you. You know, so when you go back to this video, the young lady is saying, yo, the problem with a lot of you women is that you got to change your problem. The problem starts with you. But with that being said, yeah, I want to give all praise to Yahweh by Shem Shai. I got to get back to work. Hope the video is edifying. Shalom.